What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are back at Universal Orlando to check out more updates on Halloween Horror Nights progression through the scare zones, see if there's any cool merchandise updates, and just have fun in the parks for the day. So come hang out, and we're going to be here at, closer to dark nighttime, which is kind of cool. We're usually here in the morning, so this is a little bit different. Unfortunately, this is the closest thing we're getting to Nintendo World right now. There is still no updates on annual passes for Epic Universe, but we'll see what happens. So come follow us and hang out. Stopped over here in the Super Nintendo store, and it looks like they do have new hoodies, just like the t-shirts. It says Donkey Kong on the sleeve there, Donkey Kong on the front, nothing on the back. But it looks like they do have all the characters in sweatshirt form now for adults and for kids. Mario one, says Mario on the sleeve. And then of course you have Princess Peach, Mario, they have Toad, Donkey Kong, there's a Luigi one. They also have Yoshi and Bowser as well in the sweater form. Looks like they are out of a few things, so hopefully they'll be restocking soon. But we'll head into the other part of Studio Store and see if there's anything new in here before we head over to one of the parks. It's a new, like, vintage 90s Universal Orlando Spear jersey. And then, of course, they have all the Jaws 50th stuff still here in the big Universal store. Pop figures of Matt, Hooper, and Clint. They did have the Sipper Cup back in stock. I don't know if it's sold out already. I don't see it in here, but it's a cool new button down. But yeah, they did have the Jaws Sipper Cup back in stock for a little bit, but it seems like it did sell out again. A new Wicked headband with Alphaba's Switch hat there. Duff stuff. Spider-Man stuff. Yeah, so no new updates in here just yet. No Horror Nights merchandise either. I'm sure that'll come in the next couple weeks. And you're both fine. You're fine. Got those dark rain clouds rolling in here at Universal Orlando this afternoon. Seems like the heat bubble that was affecting the Central Florida and Southern Florida areas is moving south, so we haven't actually been in a heat advisory, though the heat still is around 98 and feels like 105, but it was 115 at one point here in Central Florida. So if you come during the summer, just be prepared, drink lots of water. We are heading over to Universal Orlando now to get some dinner, and we'll check out the new Halloween Horror Nights merchandise and the new updates to the zones. See if there's any new props throughout the front three zones. So far there hasn't been anything for the Toxic 20s or the dance party in the back, but there's been a lot of updates apparently over the weekend for Cat Lady of Crooked Lane and Origins of Horror and Masquerade up front. But as you can see, we're walking through this like weird tunnel of construction walls. This is all in preparation for that new roller coaster that's taking over Rip Ride Rockit, which closes in just over 2 weeks. There's still no rumor on what it is. Like I said in previous videos, it's rumored to be either a Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, or Fast and the Furious coaster. I don't think they're going to do Fast and Furious because, in my opinion, it's kind of weird to have two Fast and Furious attractions in two separate parts of the park. It'd be really cool to get either a Ghostbusters or a Back to the Future coaster, holding onto that heritage and that Ride the Movies slogan that Universal used to use in the 90s, which they are rumored to be bringing back that slogan, Ride the Movies. So it'd be really neat if they add a Ghostbusters or Back to the Future attraction here at Universal Orlando Resort. But we'll see. Only time will tell. And as soon as you enter that park of Universal Studios Orlando, you can see there's no truss yet, which the rumor for the Halloween Horror Nights Neon this year is going to be like a turquoise to match the theming. But right off the bat, you can see there is these really, really cool stands. Probably stands for the unofficial official icon, which is going to be the creator from El Artiste, a Spanish Haunting, which is going to be one of the sound stages up here. Also up here is going to be the Horrors of the Wyatt6, the WWE house, and Terrifier and Grave of Flesh. There's another stand there. But yeah, these are all new. I haven't seen these yet since the last time we came. These are going to be essentially carving stations for the chainsaw drill team. So the story behind it is going to be there are going to be these really cool pillars here, and these are going to have a statue for the 4 IPs. So Terrifier, there's not one across from this one just quite yet, but there's two right down here. So the chainsaw drill team are carving rock and stone to honor the 4 IPs for this year. So there'll be there'll be a Jason Voorhees statue, there'll be a Bray Wyatt or Wyatt6 one, Terrifier, and something from Fallout, probably the Ghoul. But if I'm going to guess, they're going to be adding a fourth kind of structure, just like these two there, where those strollers are, to make that 4 pillars. And then they're all going to have like live gargoyles and big crows and monsters down here, which is probably what this is going to be, or this is going to be one of those sculptures, maybe. Not 100% sure, but only time will tell for the origins of horror. The other big update for this year is the stay-in screen process. So previous years you would come up here, get in line, and then in front of Minions Cafe they would actually set up scanners, and then they would kind of block off most of the New York area except for the Mummy, and you would go into a holding area and be able to queue up for the houses. For stay-in screen this year for 2025, subject to change, you're gonna have free reign to the park, which is awesome. So you're gonna come in, you're gonna get a wristband starting at 3. That wristband will essentially, just like Mickey's Not So Scary, get you access to the whole park all the way up until they close, and then even after they close, instead of having to be in one of those holding areas, you will actually be able to experience and explore the whole park. Now, starting at 4 o'clock, after you get your wristband, you can start queuing for the houses. Any of the houses you want to do, they'll let you into the queue, they'll let you into that area, and then you'll just have to wait and see when the house opens. Typically, houses do open early for stay-in screen. Not necessarily going to be every house. Not sure which ones, if they're going to let you queue for all of them, we'll have to see on opening night. But essentially, you can queue in, and then a lot of times during stay-in screen, you can actually get through the houses. You can actually get through a couple houses if you plan it out right before the front gates open at 6:30. So we'll definitely be back, and we'll definitely be checking out stay-in screen when we come on opening night. You can see those red and blue lights hanging in the extended queue for Transformers. It's going to be where one of the bars is for Halloween Horror Nights, but we are making our way towards the lagoon, which they did announce that they are going to be bringing in a nighttime Halloween Horror Nights lagoon show this year, which would be really cool. Doesn't look like there's anything in the New York zone yet, or any movement over by the arcade. Otherwise we would head that way, but we're gonna kind of make our way over to Crooked Lane. Check out all the amazing updates for Crooked Lane. We're just trying to see what we can see before this pretty nasty thunderstorm hits here at Universal Orlando. Looks like a little bit more lighting has been added over here to the HHN bar, and the televisions are set up just like they were last year, where they had the 3 or 4 stages for the original based houses characters to be on stage and take photos with fans. So it looks like they're going to be doing that again. They have this giant archway that was here, I believe last year, that said HHN bar. Let's actually head to Hollywood first, and we'll check out the Masquerade Dance with Death updates before we head towards E.T. through Crooked Lane and the scare zones over there, which is slowly leading to be the best scare zone, the best looking scare zone so far. You got these big wrought iron gates here. And they added a few props to the stages, not many. There's candles up on top of those candle stands, which I suspected were going to be there eventually. They have like these really cool candles on the back end as well. On the Bat stage, and then on the Gargoyle stage, looks like they do have a glass table here with glasses on it, which I'm gonna suspect is gonna be running with blood, probably. That's on the Gargoyle stage during the event. You can see those triggers as well were installed for each of the stages. And then you have the newer of the stages down here towards the Born Stuntacular. You have the Panther or Cat stage with, again, more of those candles and another trigger for audio and visual effects. And then same thing kind of over on the Raven or Crow stage is, again, the candles and another step there. You can see their speakers behind that mesh there as well. Overall, really cool updates. Excited to see if they add anything else to this zone, or is it just going to be this? We are going to head into the Five and Dime here. They did release a abundance of new merchandise, so let's go check it out. Yep, we are in full Horror Nights swing, folks. You got a Little Boo backpack, Little Boo Realm of the Pumpkin candle. It's a very cinnamon smell, which is really, really nice. And then you have all the Mel's Die-In merch. You got a magnet, a pin, a reflective metal sign, stickers, a really nice backpack with the zombie car hop on it, which are going to be roller skating around out front. And then you have the Good Times, Great Food Mel's Die-In, We Are Dying to Serve You, 600 Universal Boulevard, Florida, which is awesome. And of course you have even more Little Boo mug, adult Realm of the Pumpkin Little Boo shirt,
Can I see your eyes?
and Little Boo sleep pants. Pretty amazing there. I love that there's little bats, and this little gargoyle almost reminds me of the gargoyle green monster that was on the HHN 3 artwork. And then you have a women's like crop top, And then a kid's hood or a kid's Little Boo shirt. It's a little bit different of a design than the adult one. Backpack again is really cool. Little Boo wristlet, and then a Little Boo
I want to see her fry better, so.
holographic frame. And then of course you have your Terrifier merch, your Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt 6 sticker. Looks like the shirt is sold out. But yeah, they do have the sticker for Bray still. They replaced it with a ton of the Jason merchandise. And your Five Nights at Freddy's t-shirt as well. Getting chased by that black cloud there. Really cool to see the new merchandise. Of course, Little Boo merchandise is usually the first to come out, and it has a very cool design this year. And the Mel's die-in merch as well. Pretty cool that we're getting the Mel's die-in merch, especially with them doing the car hops, which I'm going to guess is going to be kind of in this courtyard here, with rollerblades, and they'll be carrying around like heads on trays and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool what they're doing this year. I love the idea of what they're doing this year, the concept. But we are heading into Crooked Lane, and look at this. Those trees up there are full to the brim with pumpkins. But we have entered 9 Crooked Lane. They've added a ton of new foliage to the gates and all the trees here. I love the little details and vignettes here. Little skateboard. Skeleton. Ah, there is his head. It's right there. And then over the weekend they did add these big signs, so we'll get there in a minute, but there's like bottles of milk for the cats all over. Meow. But yeah, they did add these signs up. Deep in the forest on Halloween night, the trick-or-treaters follow moonlight. The naughty children that dare to explore the old crooked lane along the forest floor. Cat eyes and pumpkins line the dim trail to the cat lady's house, so withered and frail. And then as you progress through the zone, you can see that they have just props everywhere this year. Love all the yarn. So there's like yarn throughout the whole thing, and bottles of milk for the cat monsters. Creepy baby there. But yeah, it's really cool to see all the props, and of course the classic pumpkins and all the trees. They're everywhere. There hasn't been any Little Boo sightings just yet. I'm sure he will be here eventually, but for now it is Little Boo free. There's buckets of candy there on the bicycles, tricycles. There's like crushed pumpkin here. You know, this idea of like kids' pajamas, and look at this gnome. Stuffed animals. Little rocking horse there. But yeah, there's continuation. The cat lady of Crooked Lane stands on her stoop, stirring her cauldron of special soup. She's not a witch, the children all say, as she pets her cats of orange, black, and gray. She lifts her ladle and offers a taste. They drink it all down, not a drop goes to waste. You can see the cat lady there giving a kid some of her special soup. Yeah, just look at all this detail. And again, I love that the whole zone is covered in yarn, and there's like yarn balls throughout the trees as well. She is slowly becoming the new Little Boo. Everybody's calling her the new Little Boo, so we'll see if that sticks like Little Boo did. Yeah, see the big ball of yarn there, and then there's balls of yarn inside the trees as well, along with all the great, amazing pumpkins there. Can't wait to see all these pumpkins lit up at nighttime and have the wind blow them all out like usual here on Crooked Lane. Yeah, more and more props since the last time we came. Bucket of candy and chocolate there. The potion sets in, turning hands into claws, and long feline teeth protrude from their jaws. The children all scream as they become beasts and now hunt their friends to add to the feast. The moral of the story, and it should be plain, never trust the cat lady of Old Crooked Lane. As we make our way further down Crooked Lane, just more milk bottles and props, and of course pumpkins lying the trees. Love this big ball of yarn in this tree here. More bikes. And then they added all these details over here to the like mini haunted house hallway. You can see they've added like these scratching posts. This rat down here. I wonder if he's from the candy house last year. But yeah, if you walk in, you can see they just added more foliage, more blockage to the back sides of it. There's a big cat scratch post there. And again, these are going to be open for characters to be able to jump in and out of. You have like cat toys hanging and big balls of yarn throughout the trees. And the best part about it is there's the cat lady's house. The house at the end of Crooked Lane is finally taking shape here at Halloween Horror Nights Orlando. And she's going to be out here probably with her cauldron of soup, offering it to children. And then the front side of these boo boxes here, which most likely will just be lit up, probably pulsating with light as she transforms children into cat monsters. But yeah, just overall just an amazing details here. I love the cat milk bottles up there in the tree. But yeah, I love the details here on Crooked Lane, just taking in all the pumpkins there. Everyone has a different face, everyone has a different personality. And like I said, I'm sure Little Boo will make an appearance here at some point. I love that one. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just a little happy mouth and two eyes. And the balls of yarn just hanging everywhere. Super cool. And then they do have the story going the opposite way as well. And as that dark and thunderous tornado warning storm rolls in, we are gonna head out for today. Really just came to check out those zones and the merchandise that they released over the weekend. Opening night is August 29th, just a short few weeks away, and we will be here to enjoy all the festivities and explore this amazing park during the best time of year. Thank you so much for joining us here at Universal Orlando today. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up over the next few days, over the next few weeks, over the next few months. We're going to be doing a lot of Halloween stuff, Howl-O-Scream, Halloween Horror Nights, Spirit Halloween, all the fun, spooky festivities over the next few months. In December, we are going to be heading down to Key West for Christmas to celebrate their Christmas celebration down in Key West, which will be super exciting to see for the first time. So definitely subscribe to the channel, like these videos, follow this channel, follow us on all platforms on social media for all the updates, and we'll see you next time.
Like 7 more seconds.